코코야, 고기 줘. 고기 줘. 고기. 코코야. 과자 줘. 코코, 고기? 고기 줘. 고기 먹을래? 까까? 코코 이뻐라. 이뻐. 이뻐라.
It's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. The sea is always greener in somebody else's sea.
Hi, my name is Wendy Klessig and I work here at Miller Park Zoo. I work with a variety of animals here at the zoo, but mostly I work with some of the bigger species we have. I work with the Sumatran tiger, the sun bear, the gibbons, the lemurs inside. I take the sea lions, the otters out here are mine, and then the red pandas and the Pallas cats. So mostly bigger animals, but a couple of smaller ones mixed in. And then I take care of all the animals that come through quarantine, so I work with everything that we bring in right now. All of our training is based off targeting behaviors, so we have targets that they initially touch, and all of that is usually how you work behavior. You can target her to a certain place, and then you can take the target away once she understands what you want. Most of our behaviors are based on that. Sometimes we just capture a behavior, which means we didn't really train it. We caught her doing something, and we rewarded her for it, and the whistle is our bridge. So like if you might tell a dog good or something, we're usually using our hands, and so we put the whistle in our mouths and we whistle at the precise moment, hopefully, that we want her to do something. So she knows when we whistle, that means that's what we want. So that's how we train her. We use the whistle as our bridge, and then we reward her with fish, because that's what we feed her here is all fish. And a lot of times we're training with the target behavior, but we also capture. So that's like, if she's doing bubbles and we want her to do that, we whistle when we catch her doing that. Some animals do know their names. I mean, you use them a lot. When you come, usually it's associated with food, and you call them that particular name. So I think they get it over time that you're talking to them. I feel emotionally attached to an animal. Do they get that? I don't know. But if I don't like them, I do think they pick up on that. I think that's it's just a vibe that comes across really well, especially if you're afraid. It's not even if you don't like them, but you're afraid of them. Even if they're a smaller animal, I think they know that. So try not to be afraid. It's the best way to go, and you get along much better, but sometimes you can't help that. So, but most, especially mammals, I think pick up on that. You know, I don't know that a snake cares as much if you're afraid of it. I don't think they get that as well, but I do think most mammals understand that.
Like from my point of view, we have horses, and we're involved in natural horsemanship type training, the Linda and Pat Pirelli program. And our interaction with the horses show us that they very much understand what we ask of them, and they even suggest things to do with them. So it's a two-way interaction from my experience. I don't know how you feel.
I believe also that you can communicate with animals very well. However, most people don't understand that it's not a communication as in your nationality is different than my nationality, so do we speak the same language? Yes, I can ask you to do that, and you understand what I say. But I can say, hola, ¿qué tal? Do you understand what I said?
I know it's Spanish, maybe.
Okay. Same thing with the animals. Same thing with the animals. If we speak a vocal language, they do not understand unless they have been trained to respond to a certain vocal cue. However, they do understand body language very, very well. They also understand body energy. If you come into their space or push into their bubble, they understand body energy. So they do very much understand.
And they certainly recognize some words.
As long as they've been trained for the cue.
Right.
Throw 'em kisses!